Hello YouTube, Atlanta to Dallas Aviation here. And sorry I've been gone for so long. I've been really busy trying to find new employment. So I haven't really been doing as much with my videos as I actually thought I would actually have more time. But finding a new job is turning out to be a little bit harder than I expected, so I'm spending a lot of time looking for work right now, so I haven't been able to put out as many videos as I had hoped and thought I would be able to. So I thought I'd just crank out this fleet video for you, just so you know I'm still around. And what I would like to do, sort of a new idea. Now, of course, some of the people that this challenge goes out to probably don't even look at my videos, but if they do, the challenge is, with my fleet videos, I challenge you to put out your own fleet video for, you know, whatever airline it is that I put out. So for today, I'm putting out my fleet video collection for US Airways. So it doesn't include airlines that became US Airways, and it certainly doesn't include what US Airways turned into, as we all know, American. This is strictly USAir or US Airways. So you are allowed to go back to USAir before they change their name to US Airways. It's still basically the same name. They just, you know, expanded the name of the company. So those are kind of the rules. I challenge you to put out your own video with your US Airways collection, and it's not necessarily in this case, it's definitely not a challenge, because I'm sure there's plenty of people who have a much bigger collection of US Air / US Airways than I do. So with that said, as you can see here, we're starting with this US Airways Express. By the way, you can include Express if that's what you have as US Airways. So US Airways Express, this is a CRJ 900. It was put out by Gemini Jets in April of 2007, and it's representing the final colors of US Airways. This is the only model that I have that's in this livery. So technically I don't have a US Airways trunk in this livery. So, but this is my only one that's in this livery, and it's a US Airways Express. Next, we'll jump back a few years, at least in airline years, to this US Air MD-82. It's in, I'm not sure if this is the actual name of the livery, but it's red on metal livery. So basically you have several different colors of red, and even though I thought this lighter shade here was more like orange, I guess it is sort of red. So it's kind of red, and then kind of a maybe a brick red, and then a maroon. So that's the colors there. Again, this is a recent release by Gemini Jets, August of 2023. And this, supposedly this livery was used between 1979 and 1989. So there you have US Air. All right. Jumping ahead a few years, where they have now changed their name to US Airways, and this is their, I don't know what this livery was actually called either, but it's mainly known for its very dark blue main color here on gray and then a white and red stripe. This particular model is a 737-300. It was also put out by Gemini Jets in June of 2004, and with the livery that spanned from 1997 to 2005. Unfortunately, this 300 has a broken main gear on the port side, and it actually broke off. It didn't just come loose and fall off, it broke off. So I'm not sure if I'm going to have a lot of success getting that gear put back on. And Gemini Jets 737-300s are often tail heavy, so I'm not even sure that when I fix the gear it's going to sit correctly. So that's kind of annoying. So it's annoying that it's broken, and it's annoying that even if I am able to fix it, it'll probably be tail heavy. Alright, so moving on to the next largest airplane that I have in my fleet for this livery. We now have the US Airways 757-200. It was released in Gemini Jets prior to the release you just saw. This one was released in March of 2000, and I think you know what, let me pick this up real quick. I don't have my gloves on, so shame on me for picking this up with my bare hands, but I can't remember if this is the old, oh yeah, okay, so oops, as you can kind of see there, the horizontal stabilizers are a one piece. Dang, still not, okay, there we go. You can see that that's a one piece, so this is the this is, I guess, generation 1 757 mold that had a one piece horizontal stabilizer on it. But anyway, there it is. And then my last model for US Airways, US Air and US Airways, is this model by Dragon Wings of an A330-300, also in the dark blue livery. Let's see. It was released in the year 2000. So with Dragon Wings, there's never really a month associated with the release. It's usually a year or maybe even 2 years. So this was put out in 2000, and it is the A330-300. So interesting about the Gemini Jets mold before I end the video. And by the way, if you enjoyed this content, please consider leaving a like, and if you enjoy multiple videos, please consider subscribing to the channel. So what I kind of wanted to show you, I'm not sure how well it's going to show up, but as you can see, maybe here, you can see that is molded. So that is part of the mold, are those 3 bumps there that are supposed to be some sort of like SATCOM box or something, but that's molded into the mold. And then I think there might even be, yeah, well, alright, so the underneath there you can see, I don't remember what these little triangle things are called, but they're molded in it. However, it helps connect the plastic wings to the metal fuselage, and that part is also plastic. And as you can see, we got a stand hole, so this comes with a stand. I have not actually removed the stand from its original packaging. And the other thing about Dragon Wings, if you didn't know, is landing gear is actually, you can actually take the landing gear out and put it on a stand as if it was in flight. So it has things to show it in flight, which I don't think too many people do. And but the only bad thing is, unless they fit tightly, they come out easily. So they're not as good as the magnetic ones that Aviation 400 puts out. And as you can also see, that doesn't even like scoop up underneath into the fuselage to help hold it in. So fortunately for me, these fit pretty tightly, so they don't just fall out, but they do come out pretty easily. And you can also see that little thing in the middle there. That's where the you can see it pivots. So they have pivoting landing gear. So that was something interesting about Dragon Wings. They had, at least on some of their models, and like I said, that's released in 2000. Some of their models, for at least for the wide bodies, have pivoting main landing gear. They don't roll, but they pivot. So, but anyway, so that does it for this sort of short video. I just wanted to make sure that y'all knew I was still around and still enjoying my hobby. It's just that finding a new job has taken a lot longer than I thought it would, or I probably would have at least waited till I had something else to go to before I retired. So anyway, so that does it for US Airways fleet video. Again, I challenge you to make your own video with your US Air or US Airways Express or US Airways trunk carrier collection. I look forward to seeing those. If any of y'all out there have your own channel and you want to show off your US Airways collection, please do so. And I'm sure you probably have more US Air, US Airways, US Airways Express than I do. So, but that will take care of this video, and until the next time, happy collecting.